All right, we talked about it enough during the bonus podcast this week. So I need to check in on the remasters of Quake and Quake 2 that exist on Steam. The Quake 2 is now installed. Quake 2 is now Steam Deck verified is the most recent update that they have there. Let's head over here. And check out Quake 1. The remaster. It's a little loud. Okay, turn that down. And then turn this on here. And then click on this, and then that should be what brings it in for capture. Eventually, someday, maybe, perhaps, any minute now, you're going to see some Quake 1. No? No? Okay. I can't get him. Okay, there we go. I was like, it wouldn't let me alt-tab out of it so that I could fuck around over here. Let's take it this way. When Quake 1 came out, my CD-ROM drive did not play audio. And so I played Quake 1 with no music for years. And so the Quake soundtrack is something I only really ever listened to by putting the Quake disc into a CD player. It's still too loud. I can never remember. It was like what you, the little door and the thing, and I don't know. Like every time I go back, every time I do this, every time I go, oh yeah, let's play some Quake, I play through like the first level or two of Quake of the first episode. Oops, fell off. This is so much better. I was looking at the N64 version of Quake 1 a couple of days ago. Let me tell you, this is better than that. I can never remember. I know that thing opens. I know there's another way to get to it over there. The other thing is when Quake 1 first came out, most people were not using a mouse to look, so people weren't doing this. I played Quake 1. I played through the entirety of the Quake 1 campaign without mouse look activated. In fact, I may have played through most of it with just a keyboard. What is it? Do I want to shoot in there and then it opens this thing over here? I forget what it is. Is there a... Am I crazy? Yeah, I don't know. whatever. I know it opens that, but I thought there was... Oh, you know what? It's that there's... This opens up. And that'll lead you back through to the beginning of the level, but you don't really need to go there. And there's this, and we can go in here, and I forget what's down here. I forget why you would go down here. I forget what the... Ah, some armor. Okay. And then now we're over here. Sure. Enable ray tracing. So that's, you have to download a separate thing. That's not the Night Dive remaster. It's just there's a thing called Quake 2 RTX. It's that you can just download. I forget, is there it's neat, but it's not like if you're trying to play Quake, it is a little, yeah, maybe a little prototypey. There he is. Ow. Oh, I'm using my fucking Hall effect fucking keyboard, so I can hold right and then tap left and tap 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 tap. We can kind of... Real good for peaky type stuff. Not necessarily in the campaign for Quake 1, but yeah, I played most of this game with a keyboard, and so it's always funny going back to it now with, you know, a full mouse and keyboard, and, you know, like the frame rates that we get and everything, because I think about what this game looked like originally, and also just playing with a keyboard. Like, even those jumps, I'll go back to them. No, I'm not going to go back to them. But that area where you're running along the middle and there's the two areas off to the side, like, I remember that being like a hassle to make those jumps originally. And it wasn't until I started at GameSpot in like '96 that I had access to a LAN, and so I was playing Quake mostly on a dial-up connection, and then eventually, not too long after that, got a cable modem, and that really changed a lot of things. You know, playing Quake World on a dial-up was very doable, but not ideal. This here, like, these jumps were, like, I remember these jumps being like a hassle to make sometimes, because, you know, you're playing with just a keyboard. Alright, this fucker's gonna come out and start some shit. It's a weird fucking game. When you look at these enemy designs, like dudes with swords. Is there anything in here to... No? And then this is about the level where I go like, okay, that's probably enough Quake. Some playthroughs, if I'm feeling especially saucy, I will play through the entire first episode, but that's usually about it. I don't have that key. This is not the right weapon to use. Let's see if there's anyone. Okay, look at that. Rocket's only deathmatch. Are some of these gonna be bots? Crossplay enabled is a really fun thing to see in the fucking Quake font. Disgusting. Oh. Oh. That guy's got quad. It's bad. Quad drop? What is this bullshit? It's awesome that there's still people playing this and that it is like still like somewhat moddable. I don't know what the situation is for getting like every single old Quake mod up and running inside the remaster. I don't know how doable that is, but But I guess the thing I would say is, you know, for all these games that are coming out trying to evoke old shooters, why the fuck would I ever play any of those when this is still available? Are you telling me that your fucking game is better than Quake? Because, brother, it fucking isn't. How do I unlock new guns in the level? So, I mean, we're gaining XP for the rocket launcher here, and hopefully we'll get some new skins. I want the get all the camos for the rocket launcher. Now this is I could not tell. This is. I don't say this to say like and I'm gonna do really well, but I cannot tell you how many hours I have played this game on this fucking map. This bullshit fucking map. This is the final, this is the boss fight level. The end of episode 1. This is the last map at the end of episode 1, and this is where you fight the boss. Or I guess this is not episode 1. This is like the end, right? Just a billion backpacks. The end of Quake, like the final fight, the boss fight in that is like embarrassingly bad. Okay, this is E1 M8. Okay. I was trying to think. It's like, oh, does it just come out of the pit and you kill it that way? Like having to telefrag a fucking boss. Right, that's right. This one you step on the pressure plates and hit it with lightning. That's right. That's, yeah. And then shub must be telefragged or whatever. That's bad. It's tempting to want to, like, you know. Just can't even get away with it. Ah, Jesus. Normally, you might not do this with rocket launchers only. You know, if you're playing, you know, just vanilla Quake deathmatch. You gotta stay away from the walls, man. Splash damage is just fucking murderous. Ah, no, that's not. Made a tactical error. There's one player that has the globe icon next to him, which makes me think that they are on a console of some kind. Yeah, if we could aim down sights, that would be huge, you know. Especially here. I mean, you know, the benefit. I think, you know, I could plus zoom, right? Like, can I still? Oh. Ugh. Yeah, it's, you know, I kind of lost my my sea legs for mouse and keyboard a little bit, and playing Marathon that way definitely helped. Doom, the Dark Age, I also played mouse and keyboard, but that's been a little bit. But oh. Have I been to Night Marsh yet? Yes. Yes, I played some Marathon last night once the servers finally got up. It's dark. The fucked up thing I discovered playing it was that since it did not have a flashlight button before, because they did not need one, and now it has one, the default flashlight button is the same button I had mapped to. And so every time I popped open the map, it would also turn on the flashlight. And I had no way of turning on the flashlight without also opening the map. So, I had to remap keys after my first run. And I thought about switching back to controller, and then I played one round with controller and fucking hated it. I don't know. I'm so not the fucking person to get snobby about mouse and keyboard over controller. I prefer controller 99 times out of 100. But I did not like the precision that I had, the level of precision I had with controller. On controller, turning on the flashlight is you have to push left and like the square button at the same time. You have to tap them both simultaneously, which is not a great input either. You can remap it however you want, obviously, but like that's the default. Oh god. All right, let's finish this map out and maybe do one more, and then I'll probably launch Quake 2 and see if anything's going on over there. I like the Quake 2 multiplayer, and I think the people that talk about it like it is garbage they lead sad lives. The Quake 2 rocket launcher is not the Quake 1 rocket launcher. I mean, look at this fucking murder cock. But the railgun fights you could have in Quake 2, and the rocket launcher being like a slower kind of thing is also interesting in a lot of ways. But I think from, you know, and maybe it's just like a balance type of thing, right? Because the rocket launcher is slower, it carves out a lot of room for that railgun. Quake 3, and then you end up with Quake 3. It's kind of best of both worlds, I guess, right? Is that... Am I getting telefragged every time, or is that teleporter just kill people when they go into it? It's great that we all lived long enough to be in a world where people generally have fast enough internet connections that everyone can play Quake. You should just be envious of like college kids because they would be in their fucking dorm on some fucking T1 landline and just have impossible looking pings while you're sitting over there with like a ping of like 240 or something on a dial-up connection. Meanwhile, some fucking sysadmin is fucking goofing off at work all day and playing Quake instead of working. And he's got a ping of like fucking 12. And you're just like, this sucks. You don't know how good... These kids today, they don't know how good they've got it, man. And what do? They play a bunch of fucking bullshit games that don't need low pings. Yes, and we are all sysadmins now. I replaced my router 20 minutes before this stream started. Man. put the old router back in after putting a new router in there this weekend. I've been emailing back and forth with my ISP a little bit about some stuff. And they said to try something out, and I figured I would try putting the old router back in. Wait, did I accidentally spectate? What is happening here? What has happened? I cannot move. All right, well, that's a good sign that it is maybe time to check out Quake 2. The sequel to Quake. Yeah, this I was trying to get this IPv6 stuff to work again, and they said that they had fixed some stuff on their end, and for me to reboot and give it a try. And the router did pull an IP, an IPv6 IP, but none of it worked. It was not like the devices were getting IPs that were non-functional. Like they were getting like real IPs, not link locals or anything weird. Like anyway. Quake 2, I also did not play with music. I think this track fucking rips. Shift, huh? Over here trying to hit C and control and... Look at those round-looking explosions, man. Oh, you can't... Okay, sorry. This didn't capture right. They made these hard to tab in and out of, weirdly enough. There. Put a fucking like an equipment wheel in this game. Crazy. A compass? Oh, they added a compass to it, huh? That's weird. But actually kind of awesome. Like, hey. Sometimes you just want to play through the game and don't want to get lost over and over again. Was it F1 to see the... Yeah. When the computer updates? Fucking hit markers? What is this game for babies? Objective icons and hit markers? What am I, a child? No, it's good. Oh, right. Now I'm up here at the beginning of the level where there's bullets and armor and stuff. Nope, that's where I came out of. And then that way is that way, and then this way is... Nope, that's where that way is that way. See, if I turn on this objective marker... what is there? How do I get this bridge to drop? I don't remember. I mean, the guy came on and said through the sewers, so that's probably... Marines, we're at 5% ground force operational status. I don't know who did the voice for this game. I assume it's just someone who worked at it at the time. Recon established and confirm heavy fortification near enemy comms. Weird shit. Ah! Weird tongue monster. This game didn't need an inventory, I'll say. You know, it made sense at the time because that was like new and exciting, and look at the depth, and oh my god, you can carry stuff with you. I think the idea that I'm just hanging on to a fucking quad damage, just, you know. And then for the remaster, they go ahead and add this wheel, which is even funnier. Oh, look at that. Like Forza fucking Horizon over here. Let me do a drift around here. That's fun. That's cool that they did that for the remaster. I don't know that I noticed that last couple times I played this, that it had that in there. But you know, these levels, you can get lost, man. God, dude, this feels really good. This feels really good. Like just the smoothness. I mean, you know, it's like obviously this thing is probably running at a pretty fucking high frame rate. I don't know if it's running at the full refresh of my monitor, but I don't see why it wouldn't be at least close to it. Yes, auto switch to grenade. Okay, what do we want here? Secondary objective, use blue key card to enter alien bunker installation. All right, now we've got the blue key card. Right, we just ran around in a fat circle. Oh right, I should use the suit I have to not have that happen. That's why they gave me that. Okay, we came up this way. Well, you know what? You know what? Fucking crazy, man. Was that door blue? But this real, like, trebly fucking thrashy guitar that they have in a lot of this is pretty fucking good. Again, you know, when I played through this game, I didn't have the ability to, you know, I'm trying to remember, you know, it's entirely possible, if not probable, that the first time I played through the Quake 2 campaign, no, I guess by the time Quake 2 came out, I was working a job. I was a solid citizen. But I know the first time I played through the Quake 1 campaign, I did not have a legitimate copy of the game. I had ordered the CD. I bought the game from id directly, and they shipped CDs out. But the game leaked online before my CD showed up. And I was like, oh, fuck, man. I'm not going to fucking, like, whatever. I'm just going to fucking play it. And then that's the bridge. That's the bridge that dropped, that I was wondering about earlier. Where was that? That's not here, but that's where I came back through, and then this is the bridge? Is that right? Yeah. Levels are looping back onto each other and shit. That's pretty advanced. I mean, you know, when you think about what Quake 1 was, like, you know, jeez. Like, they did some stuff. All right, whatever. This is the end of the unit.
Initiate scan. Acquired. Personnel located. Now exiting base area. Proceed to bunker area. Destroy Strahd logistical.
Proceed to bunker area. Destroy the Strahd. Everyone sounds real excited to be here. Right, those fucking... Man, alright. Let's check out some multiplayer. Uh-huh, okay. Oh, continue? There we go. Well, this is a lower ping. The robots, yeah. Moment of truth right here. Okay. Oh. Nope. Yes, let me lob some grenades in your direction. The ultimate weapon. Oh god. Just turn on auto switch. There we go. Ah. Ah. Well, I'm out of cells. Beautiful while it lasted. Oh, whoops. Okay, well. Yeah, really doing a lot of good work here with this invincibility. Oh, man. Okay. Nope. This is probably the most the most definitive test that my mouse has gotten since I picked it up. Also, this is that was it that Super Strike X2 Pro? It's the mouse that has haptics in it to make the button presses. Like it's a really short throw on the button press, and then they put haptics on the mouse to kind of compensate for the lack of real mouse movement to still make it feel like a proper mouse. It's a pretty good fucking mouse. I've been pretty happy with it. Oh, that's a bad place to be. Could maybe turn on weapon switching or like auto weapon switching or whatever. That was the you know, when we talk about Quake versus Unreal, one of the big philosophical differences in that conversation were about how Unreal handled weapon switching and how Quake handled weapon switching. Because Unreal would let you set a tiered priority list of like, I want this weapon. If I have this weapon and I pick up this weapon, then switch. If it's lower, then don't. And it was, I think that's a really great way to do it. Quake was more just like, hey, do you want to automatically switch to the weapon you just picked up or not? And that was sort of all there was a lot less nuance in that system. I preferred the Unreal method. Oof. How much attention do you put on achieving the same mouse displacement and angle for your first-person shooters for muscle memory? None. That is not. I never. I will adjust sensitivity if I feel like the sensitivity is too low or high. Like I will certainly do that, and maybe subconsciously I am attempting to, you know, get a similar feel across games, but it's not something I am. That is not something I am ultra focused on. It sounds like something that is important up to a point. Hearing you say it like that, I'm like, oh, that seems like something people should probably do. I blew that fucking guy up. Nope. Oh, ah! Brr. So dumb. Weapon hand right left. Yeah. Yeah, they put aim assist in it for controller. You know, of course, right? Why wouldn't you? I was gonna look for weapon switching stuff. Finally got that guy's attention. Oh. I don't need to be here. I already have one of those. Ow. Nope. Nope, I waited too long. Get in. Ah. Yeah, not going great this one. But, Now see if it automatically has switched to that rocket launcher. That could have been a very different story. Hi, this is not smart. I'm curious if there are any like how many different types of servers are running. Looks like it's all just deathmatch. But do I have filters up? Lobby all. Show full. Show all. 1 CTF. I just wonder if there were any other, like, can you play Rocket Arena inside of the remaster? Does that work at all? I don't know. Test. Some kind of map test. All right. Let's see what that one looks like. All these maps say Happy New Year on their join messages. All these servers. This is gaming. Okay. Anyway, Quake 2. Hello, video game. UT 99 time. Yeah, I mean they set it up so you could download. You can just download UT and run it now. But let me see. Did I? I thought I had that installed here, but I don't. Okay, I do. I do, but where is the executable? Okay, there we go. Yeah, I don't know why OBS is being weird. Oh, this is very annoying. I have to play this in a window. But there's a kind of a one-click download for an installer for UT 2004. New International Team Arena Master. DM Mutator. Let's try that one. Yes, this is kind of annoying because I'm playing it in a window. And the frame rate is acting a little weird. This got weird when I tried to run it full screen and widescreen, and so it as soon as I started messing with OBS, it kind of went back into a windowed mode and 4x3 and all this other stuff. But the installer is kind of set up with what you would kind of need to play this game. On a modern machine, but this is running all messed up, so maybe this is. I like the double tap little strafe hop that Unreal had. This is a. Oh. No. You know, going back and playing this in something a lot closer to its original form makes you appreciate the ease with which you can play those Quake remasters. But like the preview window in OBS looks fine, but what I am seeing is like a weirdly jittery mess right now. I don't know what the fuck is going on, because I was playing this pretty much fine a little while ago. Ugh. Yeah, I wish this was running better. Well, I don't know that I got to get going in a little bit, so I probably don't have time to fix this today, but I'll try to. There are a lot of UT servers running. Like, you saw that server list. Like, there's a lot of empty servers. Like, people are still trying to leave a UT server up in this day and age, which is great. There's also, there's probably going to be no one playing this, is there? Have you guys seen the Time Splitters thing? Since this is running kind of fucked up, maybe I'll try to load that up. I don't think they've updated Time Splitters Rewind since it came out, but and so I don't know what the status of it is, but they did put out this thing. And it's really strange. Yeah, maybe there's no one. Darn. It's a fan game, and they're trying to bring in all of the content, I guess, from the various Time Splitters games. But I guess we can maybe just try the offline stuff here. And even see what some of this stuff is. I have not messed with any of this. Was there a server region? Yeah, I'll check that. You saw that guy drew down on me, man. He wanted trouble. The spacebar shoots. Oh, right, because this is... You can't jump in this, can you? Because on account of its that GoldenEye bullshit. I was gonna see if this had controller support, but pardon me, hang on. Oh, apparently I didn't reload the gun. This is where I came in, isn't it? Yeah. There's guns on the ground. Bodies are gone. Was there some kind of server region thing? I didn't see one, but maybe I just wasn't looking. It's entirely possible. Yep, Boys Rocket 813, of course. What? Is it because I clicked into story? Okay, there we go. Oh, this is not the right way to do this.
Killing spree.
Oh.
Wasted.
Oh. Ah. Too busy looking at the radar. Uzi.
Body bag.
The spinning is a bit much.
That's got a killing spree.
Mouse movement a little swimmy. Oh, you just know where I am, huh?
Killing spree.
Your AI is programmed in that way. I guess if it's just find a fucking choke point, right? If they're all just chasing me.
Wasted. Ooh.
Oh, that. These arms look so weird. Yep. Physics good. Everything good. Anyway, yeah, you can just go download this. It doesn't seem like there are people playing it anymore, but also it's middle of the day Wednesday, so who could say? I know when it came out, there were a handful of servers up and running, and so you could get in some like let's call it Time Splitters-esque gameplay. Maybe not a one-to-one, you know, because you are still dealing with mouse input and some of this other stuff that's a little weird. Oh, that's the wrong time for me to hit the reload button, huh? Snuffy says, I don't know that I ever really liked Time Splitters. Time Splitters is, you know, I think a lot of the things you would say about GoldenEye apply here. Time Splitters is a game for people who had consoles and did not play games on PC. And wanted it, and had been doing that for a while, you know? The cool thing about Time Splitters is that it just had a bunch of fucked up modes, you know? They just had a ton of weird fucking multiplayer modes, and that was really cool. And it's kind that I think is still cool about it, right? Is that there's a lot of games don't have modes anymore beyond like, yeah, we got team deathmatch and we got domination. You know, well, you've got them both, and that sort of thing.
1 minute to go.
And so there's something to be said for, hey, we got a zillion different weird, dumb fucking modes, and like, yeah, a lot of them are not great, but boy, they're sure in here. If you have friends and you're crazy, and you like 4-player split-screen games because you're crazy, you could have a good time playing all of this dumb shit. I don't know, man. Capture the monkey. Fuck the monkey. Whatever these modes are.
Killing frenzy. Wasted.
But yeah, and the Halo came along, and then even on consoles, like, shooters kind of became maybe a little too serious for the likes of old Time Splitters.
Killing spree.
For your mode-filled, multiplayer-focused, local multiplayer-focused first-person shooter made by a bunch of British weirdos or what have you, you know. and so it had a very specific sense of humor about it as well. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Anyway. Time Splitters is a great example of you had to be there, because I don't know, if you returned to it today, because they haven't made a new one, and it was one of those games that like people kept asking for more of them, and it was kind of that after GoldenEye, after Perfect Dark, and after all that dissolved, and some of those folks went and made Time Splitters, like Time Splitters inherited the sickest of the GoldenEye sickos, and a lot of those people just never let go. And wanted a shooter a very specific way. And I think that that's cool. But I think that those are like the Time Splitters games were games that felt like they were old when they came out in a lot of ways, but they had like interesting features. Yeah, they put a map maker into them. Like the Time Splitters games were fun, but I never wanted to play them multiplayer all that much. They did eventually put online into like one of them. Did like the last one have it or something? The last two or something? I forget what it was, but I think by the time you got that, the ship had kind of sailed in terms of like, Future Perfect had it. Okay. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's Time Splitters is a very unique flavor of thing for a very specific type of person with a very specific background in gaming, I think. And if you weren't on that exact golden path of, yeah, I played a lot of N64 stuff this way, and then graduated on to I bought a PS2 and then wanted to play Time Splitter, there's a time and a place for this stuff, and that time and place is kind of long gone. But it's cool that they put this out. I mean, with it's got its online stuff and what have you, and so that's kind of neat. But yes, and then Free Radical also made Second Sight. Yikes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Have I tried Straftat? Yeah, I couldn't. There's a mobility thing they try to do in the tutorial where you jump across a long gap, and I couldn't fucking do it. Like I couldn't figure out what they were trying to ask me to do. So I couldn't finish the tutorial, but I played a bunch of the game, because you don't have to finish that to do it. It's neat. I don't know. Like I'm not super into it. It's okay. I think if I was trying to play online like retro-ish shooters at this point, and I didn't want to just go play an actual old game, I would, well, I guess this is still an old game at this point, but I would probably go for what the fuck is it called? It's the game built upon the source port of Quake 1 that had to change its name at one point because Raphael Sadiq bought the rights to it and put out a totally different game on console that was not good. And so they changed the name of the game and kept making it. God damn it. You know what I'm talking about. Yes, Xenotic. Yes. Nexius became Xenotic. I always liked Xenotic, but you don't ever find a lot of people playing it. But I always thought Xenotic was cool because it was a game with a bunch of fucking crazy maps. And it had a zillion of them. And that's when I'm playing shooters like this, when I'm playing this old style shooter, I think the thing I want is like a zillion different weird fucking maps and just like, let's get in there and fuck around. And I'm not here to fucking be amazing at it, but like, let's fucking do this thing. And that was the thing I always liked about that. And the weapons were weird, but still like reasonable. Yeah. I mean, it looks like they're still sort of they're still developing it to some extent. But they haven't published a stable version, it looks like, since like 2023. But you can always run the nightly if you want to, because it's like that. Anyway. Xenotic with an X. It's a neat game. I don't know if anyone is playing it, but maybe I guess I'm just going to have to re-download it again and find out. Not today. But I've said the word Xonotic enough times that now I have to keep now I have to follow through and download it and play it again. But that runs into some of the same problem we were talking about earlier in the old podcast zone. Was like, the people that are down in these weird trenches are just murderers. And so you don't always have like good, fun, fair, exciting fights because you're just getting smoked. That's life, baby. Quake 2 in stores now. Check it out. Let's see, hey, I wonder if, if we see a new Quake in the near future, I would love to take, I would love that. It might not be a good game. I'm not convinced that a new Quake game would automatically be good because, they have made some questionable ones. Basically everything after Quake 3, you're like, yeah, I don't know. Sin Reloaded in 3 months. That's right. You too can tell JC to can it in Sin Reloaded. Are they putting the multiplayer in Sin Reloaded? Because that's kind of like, it's a dumb thing to care about, but that's kind of all that it is. Okay, good. I want to play on the fucking map that was in the demo. I just want to play Sin on the map that is in the demo. The weird outdoor map that had the scaffold, like there's like a construction, a building under construction and some other shit. And it's just like a kind of a big dumb open street. Yeah, the crane, right? Like I just want to play on like a bunch of multiplayer on that map and no other ones, and then not think about Sin again for another decade or so. Would I be interested in a Wolfenstein surprise trailer? Sure, yes. As I said, they should close out that they should make another Wolfenstein game. Absolutely. I would love to see them do it. Yeah, I would love to see them do it. That would be cool as well to see them kind of finish up that story. I think that with the two main Wolfenstein games were pretty good, and then they made that other stuff, and even if we're like parts of Wolfenstein 2 are kind of fucked up, like gameplay wise. Like the ending of that game is weird. Like the final confrontation is like a nonsense fucking encounter, if I remember right. But like it was still largely a cool fucking game. But I don't know. I'm gonna get going. And I will see you down the line. We didn't even talk about the Miracle Piano teaching system. I was going to tell you all about the hours I spent trying to make it work across multiple different pieces of hardware and cables and everything before finally getting it to work. And even then, I would put work in air quotes, but it is functional. And so I will record something with that when I get some time. This week is probably not the week for it because obviously, there's a lot of other stuff going on, and but I'll be back on Friday. On Friday, we will rank some NES games in the morning, and then in the evening we will watch the thing, the Summer Game Fest thing, and then on Sunday we'll watch the Xbox thing, and somewhere in between those two things, I will see. Well, sometime in between those, I'll see some games, and then sometime after, I'm gonna have to like shut that Xbox thing down, and hopefully the thing's not a full 2 hours long, because I need to like stop the stream and then immediately hop in a car because I have to go see some games again on Sunday. And hopefully that all works out. But yeah, we'll see. Anyway, I will see you then. Have a good one.